Alright, according to this, we should be live. Indeed we are. I see some 720p goodness up in the stream. Check the levels here. Yeah. Alright. Soldering iron. Got all my stuff. Got my goodies. Should I print out anything? I don't think so. Is this actually live? It says live. Nobody loves me. Oh. Thanks for the host, as always, Alchemist Camp. You're the best. What was the other deal, if you're here? What was the deal with Reddit, like, tearing you a new one with that video? Was that last week? Talking about booleans? What was that all about? Probably like inventory these things and make sure I got all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I probably should have done this beforehand. Got 2 dip switches. EEPROM. And oh, where did that connector go? I'm already losing things. It's like the most important part. It's around here somewhere. Hello everyone, welcome. Let me know how the if the audio levels are okay, the mic and the audio, the music. Let me know if it's okay. Thumbs up, thumbs down. While I go look for this part that just walked off. Oh, it's right here. It was on the back. I put it on the back so I wouldn't lose it. Looking at this, I'm like, where is it? It's right here. Good job. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Kevin. Once we get a few more people in here, we'll kind of walk through what the heck is going on here and why this is probably be as exciting as watching paint dry, but I appreciate everyone coming to hang out and support the channel. The DNC cord. Yes, this is in fact the lo-fi. Well, no, this is close. This is actually a royalty-free. It's a Spotify thing. Sean turned me on to this. It's in Spotify. I said that already. It's called Stream Beats Lo-Fi. The artist is Harris Heller. Let me post a link here. This is great. This is copyright-free streams for anything. And they got a couple different genres. They got an EDM one, and there's a hip-hop one, I think. This is great. So no worries about being demonetized. Not that we're, being monetized at all. Yes, Thomas, this is a good call with the music. Otherwise, would just have to be beatboxing, and no one wants to hear that. Alright, so what else do I got here? Music come down a bit? Okay. Twitch does this weird thing with the compression where, like, if the volume's too low, it kind of, I don't know, compresses it out. So I would just turn it down just a smidge. Also, my mic is, I have my mic cranked up. There's 800% on the mic. This is not a very sensitive mic. That's what you get for $14 mic from the knockoff Shure. Hi, Mom. Music is too loud. Alright, I'm turning it down. Let's turn it down. There's 30%. Got some resistors here. Yes, I do record the podcast on this pile thing. It's a yeah, works great, honestly. 80% of there for 10% of the price. Whatever, it's fine. Electrolytic. Oh, there's a couple screws. Oh no, did I lose a screw? Nope. Found it. You know what? Let me get a little organization here. The handyman's secret weapon for organizing parts. A cart. Put all our resistors in here. Screws. These are also resistors. I'm being summoned. Hello. Oh. I don't know where it is right now. Sorry. Stand by. Yes, so recording setup. Got the webcam as normal here, but I also have this document camera, which is meant for just has an HDMI output, and this also has a USB output. So yeah, this turns out this works perfectly for this. So cool. Yeah, rocking that vintage Radio Shack. Someone said this to me. I don't know if it's actual vintage or like modern vintage. It felt period appropriate though, for sure. All right, so what the heck are we doing today? Where to even start? Let's start at the beginning. I need to lug something over here. I did not plan this out well. Oh. This is an IBM 5155. It is the successor to the IBM 5150, the XT, the original IBM PC, I think, more or less. It's a little portable IPM, and by portable, I can barely even hold it for more than 5 seconds. It has a built-in screen, 2 floppy drives, no hard drive in this model. You just boot it directly. Just boot it directly and do DOS from the floppy disk, and it loads it in its 256K of RAM. Built-in screen, built-in keyboard. And so what we're going to do is I wanted to be able to try more software on this. And so what I have here, this guy, this was the inception of this project. This, yeah, I could have built RHR on it. All I really need is a terminal and a text editor, right? Like, just, that's fine, that's all you need. What this is an SD card, right? SD card to IDE adapter. This is a pretty modern thing, just a regular 40 pin or 39 pin, I guess, IDE connector like you would find on a sort of older style hard drive before SATA, right? You have the little Molex connector and stuff. And so what this will allow me to do is to, you know, just read SD cards. And this is great. This guy who's actually local to me, I got this on eBay. This is a 3D printed drive holder that, like, it fits in the 5 1/4 inch floppy bay, but it's got a little slot in the front for an SD card. And so I thought this would be a really cool way to, you know, just get software on and off the computer. Try, you know, update the version of DOS, because with floppy disks is a pain. Obtaining floppy disks is a pain. They're expensive. They can fail. You know, I want to make backups of all the disks that I do have, and just be able to keep this thing running. So, but the problem is that IDE was not yet a thing when this computer came out. Thank you, Thomas. IDE, if I'm not enunciating it correctly. So that's where this guy comes in. This is an ISA bus, which is the slot that is on the IBM PC. And what it does is it allows me to use an IDE device on the IBM XT. It actually has its own BIOS. BIOS? It has its own BIOS on the board. So when you turn on the IBM, it's actually going to boot into this card, which will then give you a menu to select to boot from the drive. And then I'll be able to, you know, in theory, hopefully at the end of the stream, once you get this all together, plug it in and boot to an SD card, or at least read the contents of the SD card. So that's what we're doing. This is a pretty straightforward kit. This is it. You're seeing everything here. So I'm just gonna get to it. If you have any questions or anything about what the heck I'm doing, let me know. What I do need to know is there's no instructions that came with this kit, by the way. So I actually have to pull up I had to pull together some docs from all different corners of the internet, including what parts go where, because that's not even documented. Didn't even come with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the small components and build my way up, and we'll see how that goes. So let's start with some resistors, shall we? Actually, you know, let's start with these little guys. These are great. These are actually resistors. There's multiple resistors in one package. Just really convenient for so they look like single inline pin resistors. And this one is 2.2K, and that's also 2.2K. All right, so these are the same, and the polarity does matter on these. So that's just gonna go right in there. Let's see, RP1, RP2. It says they're 10K. This does not look like a 10K, but also doesn't really matter. Because I think they're just pull-up resistors, so the value is really not that important. Solder on. Yeah, solder is pronounced without the L. Well, yeah, so the part numbers are silk screened, but the component values are not. Nope, I lied. It actually does have them on here. 10K, 10K, 470, and then C, which I think it says somewhere that if you just see C, that it's just, I think, actually, are these radio capacitors? Yeah, I think they are. Those are capacitors. You don't normally see them in that package. It's funny. I'm going to start with these because they're going to be the most annoying ones to do. So I'm just going to flip that bad boy over. Solder over here. Just going to tin the corner. Now that it's tacked in there, I can just kind of fiddle with it and get it straight. I only have two hands. Trying to burn myself. For those who are not familiar with soldering or haven't done it before, the goal of soldering is not really about the solder, it's really about the heat. The solder will go where the heat goes. So you just got to let it flow, man. I do not have any fume extraction. No, I'm just YOLOing this. I should get like a little fan or something going, but it'll be fine. This is oh, no, I didn't get a Rojas solder. I just got regular solder. So yeah, there's a little bit of lead fumes happening. All right, one down. Let's do this next one. So I got in touch with the person who sold me this thing, this SD card thing, and I asked him, I was like, "Hey, do you have any tips on how I might go about, you know, are there any issues I need to know about or things I need to do special?" And he was pretty adamant. He's like, "It's pretty much just plug and play." You know, I was worried I might have to like flash an EEPROM or like get some kind of BIOS loaded on the motherboard, but that's not the case. Apparently, the 5155, I think, is the first computer that supported this external BIOS thing, where, you know, instead of booting the BIOS on the motherboard, it'll boot to the card. And I think a lot of cards do that for expansion. They mostly, I think, just use it to like load drivers into memory. So if you have like a parallel or serial card or something like that, I think. Oh, hey, Mark. There you are. Mark GM. I'm sorry I didn't even see you there. Yes, Mark is the person who provided this awesome 3D print to me. Thanks for stopping by, man. Cool. Yeah, I was just saying that this is a... I should have probably just tested them. These look like 22 kilo ohm. I don't know, these don't look like 10K resistors. It says 222 on it. But again, I don't think it really matters because they're pull-ups, so I don't know. Let's see, next steps. We're gonna start with the small stuff because the taller the board gets, the harder it is to like flip it over and have things stay in place. Actually, let's do the leaded components first, because those are easy to stay in place. Now this is boy, I'm testing my resistor chops on the stream here. Brown, black, nope. There's not enough light in here. This is the 470. And these are the 10Ks. And this must be the... This is another 470 somewhere. Where are you? Yeah. I got an eye doctor appointment in a couple weeks. I'm dreading the potential bifocal discussion. I don't know. I think it's inevitable. You know, I'm just gonna too much pressure here. I gotta actually test these resistors. Plus, this makes for better streaming. Look at that. Put that fluke right in there. That's funny, the LASIK thing. Yes, thank you for posting the 5155. I know it kills you to post a Wikipedia link here, but... Yep, so that's a 470 ohm. You can't see that. There it is. Should have another one of those. Yep. These should be 10Ks. Yep, indeed they are. Great. Yeah, so from what I understand, the 5155 is like the 5160, I think, what, motherboard and everything, right? It's just in a different enclosure. That's my understanding, at least, yeah. And the other thing I don't understand is, and I should probably look into it, what's the deal with slot 8? And why is it such like it seems like a contentious thing. Slot 8 is not really supported only by like certain expansion cards. Were there just never any accessories released for it? Or like, is it just like, why is it even there if it's not usable? They mostly had plans for it that were never made. Interesting. Base laid plans, right? Where's that other 470? Am I missing it? Maybe they just provide it for LED or something, or maybe they just give you a spare. I don't know. Forging ahead. Yeah, so we were trying to figure out. It's another thing. I'm so happy you're here, Mark, because I have so many like questions I don't even know how to search for. So this is originally Web Queen's computer. I mean, it is her computer still, and somehow she was able to get online with it on the internet before the web, and we were trying to figure out how, because there was a missing. It did look like there was a card in here that had been taken out, but we couldn't figure out. It's probably not Ethernet. As she said, it was probably a 14.4 modem. But how do you interface a modem with the 5155? Is that primarily done just over like a serial interface and some special software? And I have follow-up questions to this. Oh, it could have been an ISO modem on a card, or ISO card modem integrated. I see. I think it was external though. Serial modem, external modem. Okay. So my follow-up question is, would it be possible to emulate a serial modem using a more powerful modern computer? Say something with an FTDI USB to serial adapter. Just asking for a friend. Arduino. Yeah, so I was thinking Raspberry Pi. I mean, I deal with serial devices all day, every day, for my day job, and so I'm very familiar with interfacing with serial, and but mostly modern serial devices. So what was I trying to say? So yeah, so I'm inclined to like think in terms of like dealing with the real operating system. I mean, I've done Arduino stuff too. I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. My thought was, and I've seen people do it with like PPP, ESP32. Yeah, then you could get wireless, I think, right? Because that has Wi-Fi built in. Then you could get Wi-Fi for your IBM. Yeah, build in today's. See, we should. I mean, honestly, like we should get together and collaborate on this. I'm really invested in making that happen. I think it would be really, really cool. I'm glad that someone's on the same wavelength. I would love to like just like get SSH running on there and just, you know, get some work done on it. That would be great. That's cool. Axial capacitors. I've never... Now this thing will technically read capacitance, but I think these are too small to read. Come on. Yeah. Having an integrated, I mean, again, I was thinking Raspberry Pi, but just having something that you could just, that was an embedded device that could just work, could be cool. Are you a ham by any chance, Mark? Just asking. Oh yeah, I've got the box full of those. I was asking if you were a ham radio guy. By the way, what I'm doing now is just putting the capacitors on the board here. So I just put them through and just bend them a little bit so they stay on there. Then I can solder them in and clip the leads later. That's all there is to it. You have a radio, but you haven't taken the course yet. Okay. Cool. Got one of those Baofangs. Yeah, I should grab some pliers because make this a little more tidy. Yeah, these are weird, Paul. Like I said, I thought they were resistors at first, but the color's weird too. They're like aqua. Few more of these to go. People able to even see what's going on here? I can't watch what I'm doing and watch the stream. This does have a zoom feature. Is that better, or is that just going to be more nauseating for people? Maybe then you can at least see what's going on. Paul prefers the zoomed out view. Okay. Hey Sean, welcome to your channel. Cool thing about this board is that there are, like, this seems like the original, the sort of canonical version of this board, but there are a lot of clones that like have compact flash built right into it, different revisions with different capabilities and stuff. I wasn't even aware of those. I just saw this and it seemed like a good fit, so I just bought it because it was $30 or something for this kit. I mean, it's like nothing. It just seemed like it could not go wrong, and the support for it seems like it's a very well-known board for such a niche thing. It seems like there's a lot of knowledge out there about how this works. And yes, Mark, this is the V4, Rev 4, I should say. Yeah, right there, yeah. Alright, 2 more caps. Yep. I was kind of surprised this did not come with, like, at least a printout of documentation. It's one of the things that kind of frustrates me about finding information about these things, is there doesn't seem to be one sort of, besides this site minus 0 degrees, which, by the way, I should link this. There's this one guy who has everything about everything about old PCs. I have it in my Notion as the Holy Grail reference. This is just such a good resource. -0degrees.net. And I'll link you to the 5155 page here too. Well, anyway, you can poke around there and just see. Like, he had better docs for this board than they do on the official site. Go figure. Alright, I got all the caps in. Probably didn't have to put them all in at once, but here we are. Looks pretty good. And away we go. Glasses are coming off. I feel like I'm being judged for my soldering technique. Usually I'm the only one who has to look at it. I also love the fact that all the other chips that came with this are like the most basic off-the-shelf. Besides this one, this is kind of fancy because it's an EEPROM. These are all just straight up logic chips. I mean, you could literally get them at Radio Shack back in the day, I think. I mean, we got them, we got stuff like this. I have a whole bucket of them left over from doing my like freshman level courses where we had to like build logic circuits with them. I mean, these are like such standard simple components that it's cool to see them actually, you know, broken out and being used, and not just on a die somewhere where you can't even see them or know what the heck's going on. Oh yeah, I've got some other good, if people are interested later, I'll break out some other good vintage PC goodies that I've got lying around. Kind of museum-worthy stuff. Really boring museum, maybe. Mark, are you on Discord? Okay. Really need to get some ventilation. First time using Twitch. Cool, okay. Well, again, I really appreciate you. I sent you an email. I had no idea. Some random person on eBay is going to respond to my query. So I really appreciate the help there. Right, almost done with these capacitors. Got 2 more to go. Thomas, is the kitchen clean yet? Alright, inspection report. How we doing? How we looking? I said how we doing, how we looking. It came out how we duking. How we duking. Looks good from the top. Good enough. Alright, forging ahead. Let's save the electrolytic, save the LED. Let's tackle some ICs. So what do we got here? We got 74 HCT 573. 74 573. There we go. Do a little rolly action to bend the leads in. I really should be doing this on a ESD mat with a strap, you know. Do as I say, not as I do. So I'm just pushing the leads up against, because the ICs come with the legs spaced out further than the spacing of the pins is, and so you gotta bend them in, but you don't want to bend them like individually. God, it's so close. Oh, that's good, Mark. I'll never know. Like, you'll never know if you fry something, though. That's the thing. That is in there. It's actually staying there pretty well. I'm gonna try something. Be right back. Never mind. We'll just push ahead. Looking for the other 573. There it is. Yeah, especially ICs like this, where the gates, the gate size. I mean, the transistors that end here are gigantic. I think they're pretty resilient to ESD compared to something else more modern. They're just so big and chunky. Come on. There you go. Beautiful. Five, 7, 3. All right. Just double checking. I should check to make sure I have everything else here too. So it's a 240, let's see, it's a 688, yes. Another 688, 245, 245. 138. 32, 4, another 4. Yes, all right. We are still good. We're still good. Paul, you've killed WS. You killed those LEDs with probably everything under the sun at this point. I'm over here. I'm like, I was confused why it looked like it was already soldered, and it was, because I did that before. Yeah, I always worry about heat. I've got this. I don't really know what temperature I'm supposed to be at. Feels like it's too hot right now. I was at 700. Let's try 600. Looks good. Ow. It's hot. 600, 650. Yeah, I'm getting frustrated by 600 already. Try 650. Yeah, I do like being able to get in and out. Because I feel like the heat is only really gets where you need it then. It's not sinking into, you know, the rest of the board where you don't want it. It's like searing a steak or something. You gotta lock in those good lead juices. Analogy kind of fell apart. Well, thank you, Thomas. All right, 2 chips down, only a billion more to go. Well, I'm definitely not getting this done before our hangout time. So, but on the plus side, I might still be doing it by the time it's over. But I too appreciate you guys stopping by, of course. All right, on to the 245. If we're lucky, might have a guest appearance. Hi, Daisy. Creeper. Close the door when you use the litter box, Daisy. Come on. So inconsiderate. I thought we might have a cat appearance, but not tonight. This is actually a pretty boring kit to put together because it is all ICs, just chips. Whatever, harder to screw up, although also impossible to debug if it doesn't work. And probably not worth it trying to debug. Alright, we're doing the 74 LSO4. Classic chip. I have no idea what it does. I don't make mistakes, Thomas. Come on, you know this. I don't write bugs. I don't solder things inadvertently. And I definitely don't have burn marks on my prototyping boards from diodes that blew up. Definitely not. Made some fun fireworks though. Normally when I'm dealing with ICs, I usually put down a like a little holder. Socket is the word. Looks like this, right? Just a socket to prevent any, like, minimize any ESD and heat issues. But this did not come with them. It only came with the socket for the big important chips. So yeah. So what this is, Paul, is it's an IDE card for plugging in IDE drives into an IBM XT, the IBM 5155, which I have here functioning, because I wanted to be able to get and the whole point is I've got this SD to IDE adapter on this awesome 3D printed enclosure that fits in a 5.25 inch drive bay, so I can go IDE to this card, and then I can load SD cards on this old IBM instead of having to deal with floppies and stuff. Yeah, and that's the other cool thing about this card is so the BIOS is already flashed on this EEPROM. No, so Paul, so this is cool. So I actually ordered this on eBay. From someone who 3D printed them, and that someone is in the chat, and that is Mark, GM in the chat. He made this, and I bought it from him. my 3D printer is actually shipping this week. It won't come for a few weeks, but this was just too cool to pass up. How many of these things do you think you sold, Mark? Notice you got all kinds of other stuff on your account too. Under 2,500. I mean, that's a big range. It could be 3, but that's awesome. Who knew there was such demand? Always leave him guessing. I'm like triple checking these because I don't want to screw anything up here. It's amazing to me, Paul, how repairable and like how easy it was for me to just open the thing up and just get in there and feel confident that like I could just knew what the heck I was doing. I mean, there's just so few things that could go wrong. That's not true, but like it's compared to like the complexity of today's electronics. Like we're on an old car, right? Like people always say you can't work on new cars because there's, you know, too many computers or whatever. That's kind of what it feels like. It's kind of like hot rodding, right? Putting these modern components in a cool old enclosure. Created this part to originally work in a 5.25 inch drive by. Then I realized I needed one for the 5155. Created this version. It only works in the 5155. So what makes this? What makes this only work in the 5155? Because it's a standard drive bay size, right? At least this part is. But is it just like the mounting holes and stuff? They're not as wide. Huh. Okay. Boy, it was a pain to get these out too. Let me tell you, I had to take every friggin' card out of the computer so to get those screws out, just to get the floppy drives out. It was a pain. There's like no room to work in there for such a giant computer. Later, I'll lug the computer over here and we'll take a look inside. '74 LSO4. We're getting there, folks. I almost soldered the solder to the solder. So that's a great question, Paul. The short answer is 32 megabytes. DOS 3.10, which is what I have right now available to me, only supports FAT16 partitions up to 32 megabytes. So what I've done is but you can't have a partition that is like, you can't just have one 32 megabyte partition. Yeah. So as Mark's saying here, I just split this up into a bunch of, well, I have one 32 megabyte per partition and then one 968 megabyte partition right now. I'll split it up into more later, but yeah, I just formatted as FAT16 using disk utility on macOS. And yeah, 32 megs is the limit, but you can, yeah, have as many, I guess, drive letters on there as you want. Yeah, I mean, well, this computer did originally come with a hard drive option, and I don't know what size hard drive it was. Maybe like a 10 or 20 megabyte? I'm not sure. But part of the reason that this solution, this IDE solution, is so popular is that those hard drives had a pretty high failure rate, especially as time went on. They're called MFM hard drives. I don't know what it stands for, but that's what the technology that they used, and used a lot of power and failed a lot. Yeah, so I was reading about that, Mark, too. If you run the dir command, or like probably tree, I imagine. The 8088 is the processor in here. Mine has an AMD version of it. And it's a 4 megahertz processor. 4 megahertz. So it's not fast by any measure. .7. Gosh. Who's counting? This is pre-turbo button, people. The cool thing about the 5155 is that, and I ran into this, modified frequency modulation. That's the MFM hard drives. That's the old tech. Thank you. Cool thing about the 5155 is that, so when you boot it up, you put in a floppy and it loads. It tries to load the operating system from the floppy. There's no hard disk, right? So it loads DOS into memory and runs DOS. And if you need to run another program, you can pop out that floppy and put another program, put another floppy disk and read that, and it'll load that into memory, But if it can't boot into DOS for whatever reason, it actually has the basic programming environment burned onto the BIOS. So if it fails to boot, it just boots into BASIC, and you can write programs in that. Wild. I was confused when I saw that because I was like, it's not working, but it's working? Cassette BASIC. Is that what it's called? That flavor of BASIC? Surely you could get a cassette drive adapter, I think, right? Ooh, that one's not straight at all. That's what I get for not paying attention. It's fine. You guys don't know the difference. I mean, you can see the difference, though. This guy right here. Oops. This is amateur hour. Alright, Paul. Have fun. The original IBM PC was available without a disk drive. For compatibility, it was kept in the 5155 and 5160, but there's no way to actually connect a tape drive. Oh. Interesting. So if I were to write a program in BASIC, in the cassette BASIC thing, would I be able to even save it to a floppy? Like, can it even read the disk? Or write to the disk? You can't save it. That's funny. Just a little playground. TI-99 4A. Use a cassette player. TI computer, huh? For people who are watching the stream last week, I have a container with a lid this time. Yep, that's correct. Word perfect. Yeah, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. There's like a concentration, like a matching game, and I think that's it for programs. And then DOS 3.1. They must have been popular. I was actually playing the Jeopardy one with my wife, Jess, the other night when I was playing around, and it's funny because like the computer responds so quickly that some of the questions you don't even get a chance to finish reading. Like the computer just buzzes in. It's OP. But man, hearing that Jeopardy theme over the PC speaker, classic. Yeah, it was actually a word perfect. Yeah, that we've got. The floppy disk said it had a resume on it, but that was long gone, I guess. No resume, unfortunately. All right, 688. Running low on parts, people. I'm really excited about this modem thing now. That would be pretty cool. I had this idea for a long time, and I've never seen it done quite the way I wanted it to be done. But my idea was an internet-connected, like Game Boy, like link cable for the original, Game Boy Color. The ability to craft a cable that you can plug in, and then like just join a lobby and do the link cable stuff over the net. Because as far as I know, it's just a serial port, and a pretty slow one at that. So I feel like it should be doable. Especially with, like, I think, I don't think the latency of the net would be an issue for the timing on that sort of thing. All right, last IC. Second to last IC. 688. There are still Gopher servers out there. Someone was showing me one the other day. I don't think that any of the browsers still support Gopher. I think it was like a Gopher to web sort of interface in between, but they are out there. Not recalling off the top of my head. To like prop this up in the corner here. USB phones. You're thinking of like I don't know what Magic Jack is. Yeah, so doing dial-up, it's interesting to think about, because that's one way you could do it. Is you could implement a modem, a dial-up modem, via like a sound card. You could emulate a modem in software and just emit tones and write a software modem. and then feed that into acoustic coupler and then demodulate it. I don't know what the point would be at that point, just use serial, but like you could do it that way if you wanted to be sort of authentic and get that dial-up sound. I think you could implement a software modem. I'm sure it's been done. I would Google it, but I'm kind of busy right now. Unless someone else wants to come here and solder this for me. All right, let me do these. I'll do this socket next. Now, I watched a video of a guy do this online before I did this, and he had trouble with this socket because something melted or got in these little machine pin holes. So I'm just going to be very delicate with how I do this and just use the minimal amount of heat solder possible, because I don't want anything like solder getting in here, because this is where the EEPROM has to go, and I don't want anything to interfere with that underneath. I really don't want to have to desolder that whole whatever 30 pins or whatever it is. Good. Magic Jack is $40 a year with unlimited long distance. Well, unlimited long distance, that would be cool, because then you could in theory get an ISP anywhere in the country, right? You used to have to use local ISP numbers. So another thing to think about is there's tons of doesn't work. Someone said they got I find that really hard to believe. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm doubting you. I'm saying I'm surprised that it seems like it should be very possible. If not with software, you could definitely do it with an FPGA. Oh man, or maybe even a Teensy. Like a Teensy is if you're familiar with the Teensies, I'm sure the Arduino compatible. Like they run pretty fast processors, and they can do DSP, very simple DSP stuff on the microcontroller. I wonder if you could do something with that. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. Alright, we got a socket. I don't want to test it yet. Let's do these dip switches. Now, technically I don't think it matters which way I put in the dip switches. Mark, can you confirm or deny that? Because these are just single pole, single throw switches. So the polarity really doesn't matter, because they're just opening and closing these circuits, and they're labeled. So really when I'm flipping these switches, I want to know about the labels, not what number's on the dip switch. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Then I will just go with what is most aesthetically pleasing. Try not to drop it on the floor. If anyone's here on the channel who's not normally here, this is not our typical content. I will say that. Normally it's myself and my co-host Sean talking about web technologies once a week, recording our podcast. But sometimes we mess around and use the channel for other stuff. Like this. Alright, second round of dip switches going in. I do have a nice like PCB holder thing, but it's kind of gigantic and would take up the whole camera. So the other thing I'm thinking about too is the in the ham radio world, there's a lot of tech out there that is ham radio tech evolves very slowly, and so a lot of the digital communication modes that you can do over the air are based off of early internet technology, packets, AX25 packets, and so on. And so and like a lot of there's a lot of sources of data that are just literally still telnet, like you literally telnet into a server to get some piece of information that you need, or get streams of data to you. So like this computer also seems very well suited to these things that are still out there and still supported. And so whether it's connecting to the internet and interfacing with telnet things, or trying to like read packets, data stuff over the air with a hardware modem, using like RIDI, like a TTY, like a terminal style thing, text terminal, teletype I should say. Those are all things that I think might be interesting to do with this. Make it period correct. Again, software does everything now. You don't need it, but it's cool to see if it'd be possible to rig it all up. All right, so the last thing here, well, there's a few more last things. Let's do this guy. Capacitor. Got the right polarity on there. We're getting close. I don't want to jinx it. Little splash of color there. LED for activity. And it's interesting, there's a connection here for an external LED. Oh, there's the other resistor. Ah, found it. It was hiding there the whole time. So, Mark, you provide an LED with your kit. A little red LED to fit through here. Yep, got it. You're already ahead of me. Perfect. I will do that at some point. Little hot glue gun, and that'll be good. Yeah, definitely the red one. Yeah. You wouldn't want that SD card to look out of place. Oh, don't do this one. Oh, well, I see what you're saying. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna solder it like this, so I can cut it off when I'm done, because I want to know that this is working. So I'm just gonna do a little hack job here, just to. Oh, that's not gonna fit though. Well, I'll leave myself some room and I'll just rip it off later. No, that's a really good point. That would be really distracting. Have that green LED flashing through the case. Thinking, is that gonna fit? Yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. I will follow it. Just give myself a little room to get the, the angle cutters under there later. Alright. And a resistor, that I assume this is for the external LED. Boy, where did that go? There you are. Good, looking good. All right, I'm almost out of components, for real this time. Last thing is, okay, so I'm not, I have to do a little bit of hardware gore here in a minute. Yeah. Tack in the corners. I'm gonna get it somewhat square. Trying. That looks good. Yeah. Get a little flux to make this go faster. Now this stuff my grandfather gave to me, and I'm still working through it. Probably 20 years later, I have no idea what is in this. Or if it is safe by any standards. But it sure does work, I'll tell you that. That's gonna be a little messy. Clean that up when I'm done. Yeah, it's probably straight cancer. For some reason, he taught me that to like clean the tip of the soldering iron by just sticking it right in the flux. And now I realize that that is not what that is for. Not at all. I don't know where he learned that from. Doing good so far. Yeah. Maybe I misheard it, or maybe he was mistaken. But I would not recommend it. I mean, yeah, it gets the tip clean, but probably not good for anyone involved. Maybe it was an old school Bell telephone thing. Smell this stuff reminds me of like model trains for some reason. Again, it's probably the the whatever chemicals. See, now I put all that the flux on there. Now I can't actually see my solder joints. I think they're good. No corrode soldering flux. It says paste, but yeah, I think it's the same thing. I don't know. Providence, Rhode Island. No idea. Get a little isopropyl here to clean things up. Yummy. Oh, no corrode. I get it. Those old-timey spellings of things. All right. Giving it one last look here. You know, not my finest work. Quality control has passed it. Look at that. There it is. That is amazing that it still exists. What's great is this label says, I don't know, it has some kind of registration. It says November 19th, 1926. And then it also has some kind of 1903 date on it, so do that math. Did I miss anything? Last chance. Does anyone see anything obvious that I missed besides the EEPROM, which I am now going to insert? There it is. Oh, so Mark. No headers. Oh, shoot. So this did not come with headers. I do have headers. That's not a problem. But I don't have jumpers. Like, I don't have the shunt, you know, things to short the headers. I mean, I think I do, but I don't. I was looking for them today and I could not find them. Am I gonna need to short some jumpers here? Try not to mangle this. Alright, here goes the EEPROM. Gently. Is that it? Is it in? Boy, it sticks out pretty far. But I guess that's it. Does that look great? Guess so. So, external LED I'll put on, because I know I'm going to need that. Well, I might put a wire in there though, so I'm just going to leave that for now. Compatibility, it does seem high, doesn't it? But it's flush, like it's flat in there. And it's seated, so I don't want to really screw with it. I think it's making good contact. And like there's not that much, see there's not that much clearance between like the shoulder of those the leads. And like I said, it's flat, so I don't think anything's really stopping it. I think it's just a weird, I think this socket is just shallow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for now. Alright, so let me look up what these jumpers are here. So I've got, let's go over to the, I've got a Notion going here. So this is my page on building this thing. So this is from -0degrees.net. Thinking here. I'm not using 5 volts on pin 20 right now because this SD card thing does not support that. I don't know if I want compatibility or high speed for that jumper. Oh, you can't see it, I'm sorry. What's going on here? I have to click update. There we go. Okay. So let me grab some headers. Got a 3 fur, a 2 fur, and I need another 3 fur. Alright, I was able to find mostly what I need. And I have a plan. Putting these things is always a pain in the butt. They never stay. I stand corrected. Did they use the... Oh, those are staying. Get back here. Wow. I won't even go in. What in the world? Is it too big? No, it's just... That's tight. Okay. So, still not able to find any shunts, but I do have these little female headers here, so I think I can make that work. Using a little ingenuity, a little amateur ingenuity. Alright, I'm going to put in this. Even though I'm not going to use the 5 volts, I'll just put this in. I'll probably use it at some point. Alright, and now we're going to make some jumpers. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this female connector, I'm going to cut it, so. And now I've got this. And I'm just going to throw a blob of solder in that, and you got yourself a little jumper, a little shunt. Bam. Try not to melt the entire friggin' thing. Stay. Ah, got it. Okay. First try. Have a lot of wire just above it? I'm sorry, I'm not following what you mean. Yeah, there you go. All the clipped leads. Oh. No, it's just that. That's all it takes. Oops, destroyed that one. Try again. And just like that. You got what you need. Ow, it's hot. So, compatibility mode or high-speed mode. J1, J2. Yeah, I gotta look this up. High speed, okay. Because this is a newer revision of the, it has to do with the version of the BIOS on here, as far as I'm concerned, right? Yes, okay, cool. We'll put it on high speed. And does that mean I have to set both these jumpers on the bottom? It's not compatible. Okay, yep, got it. J1. Is also going to be set on the bottom too. Okay, you're not sure? Well, let's take a look. Okay, so this is also for -0 degrees. J1 and J2. High speed mode. Okay, so it looks like I just set both jumpers into the same position. So in this case, they're both going to be on the bottom too. I'm looking, can you see my cursor? Yeah, I'm looking right here. And dip switches. So the default is going to be, let's look at switch 1. This is the I/O address of the card. We're going to put it on default. So A9 and A8 are going to be on. And the rest will be off. A7, A6, A5, A4 will be off. And then J5. Oh, not supported. No point in jumpering. Okay, fine. Switch 1, XT8. The XT8 switch is described elsewhere. Well, that's not helpful. So I need to find what to set the ROM option to, this other switch to. This is a 28C 64. So that's an 8 kilobyte sized EEPROM. So that means I have to set the jumpers, the switches to this green box. A16 has to be on, and the rest are off. And then BIOS ROM type, I need to set 8K both on. Enable the BIOS ROM, yes. Enabled by default, please. Thank you. And do I want to allow writes? I guess so. It says default is on. So again, A16 is on, the rest are off. 8K is both on because this is an 8K. C64. That's right? Enables on, write is on. All right. Show you all what the heck I was doing over here. Just setting the switches on here, which configure the address of the board and tell it what types of chips are installed and what functionality to enable. And that's pretty much all there is to that. And then these jumpers as well. Now, the last piece of this, I can plug this in now and see if it boots, but I need to do one more thing. Here's the problem. This is the IDE cable that I have. You notice that it has 39 pins. This is keyed out to prevent you from installing the thing in the wrong way. This is a modern. This is pulled out of an old tower that I had. This pin connector has 40 pins. Do you see the problem? This is all I have right now. No, I'm not going to push hard, and I'm also not going to just clip out that header because I might want to use it later. Because that header does supply things 5 volts. So, I have planned. And we're going to see how this works. I can always get another one of these cables. And look, I've got a bunch of... You know what, maybe I should use this connector end. That way, if I screw something up, I have another one to try it on. Because it doesn't matter which way this goes, right? These are all in parallel. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I know this is traditionally the motherboard end. Oh, you weren't joking about the push hard thing. Where'd my glasses go? It's just a cover. You won't have to drill far. That's why you can usually push hard. Oh. Here I thought this was a sarcasm. Alright. Well. Here goes nothing. Oh. You would not believe that. Oh boy. Got it. No. No, oh no. Yes, I have it in the correct orientation, but actually what happened was, oh boy, it actually pushed back the pin on the connector. Let me grab the needle nose. I gotta see if I can get this pin back out. Oh, that's actually okay. That's actually not bad at all. Yeah, we're good. We're back in business here. Mark, it's the last time I take advice from you. Trying to sabotage this whole thing. Unbelievable. Alright, we're doing it my way now. Again, let me do it. No, I'll just do it here. Okay, so I went just below the surface here. I did not go very deep. And there it goes. Look at that. We have a mated connector. And nothing seems bent. And now what I'm going to do is take the Sharpie and like fill this into the key slot so I know, can physically see that, so I don't screw that up. And there it is. Sweet. Well, I think the moment of truth has come. I can't think of anything else I missed here. Got the jumpers, got the dip switches, everything's populated. You know what? I could put on the gotta put on the little bracket. And then I'm gonna have to reconfigure this desk to figure out how the heck I can get the beast up on the screen here. Done with this. Work. I love that these little brackets are tapped. I don't have to deal with nuts and washers and stuff. Also, gonna take a picture of this so I know how everything is set up. In case I bump something. make some room. Yeah. Alright, so what we're doing here, maybe I can get a little light on here. I already took out the main floppy drive here. So the SD card reader's just going in there. When I do need power, that's not going to reach. That's not going to reach. This Molex connector is way too far back here. But I could just cut this zip tie that's been on here since 1984. That's better. Alright, so power's going in. I have not even tested this thing, so I have no idea if the SD card thing actually works. I'm just assuming that the modern thing does work. You know, I'm not even going to put it in the slot yet. Put it there. This is just tight. Okay, that works. Yeah. I'm not going to screw it in just yet, but there it is. We have our IDE. Now this connector does have the keyed pin, so I don't have to mangle any connectors. Hey, thanks for the host, man. Just leave that. Now, card. Don't think it doesn't matter which slot I put it in, so just gonna put it somewhere close. As long as it's not slot A, right? Boy, that's tight. I don't want to force it. Why isn't it going in? What in the world? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Just need a little love. Oh, the problem was the metal bracket was pushing back against it, so it wasn't actually even lined up with the slot. Probably didn't help that I forgot to take the screw out. I love these heat blued screws. See, it's a good thing I keyed this because I know I'm gonna put it in the wrong way. That was my wife's idea, by the way. So explain this problem to her. Take a Sharpie and draw the up on it. Brilliant. I have nothing left to do except turn this thing on. Let me see if I can get the monitor and the webcam. We're done with this. Here's what the little stand camera looks like if you're curious. I'm also trying not to scuff up my brand new desk because I already did it once tonight. Get this USB cable out of there. Would it even be a DIY project if there wasn't like a gross rag or towel involved? I don't think so. All right. Boy, that's gonna be tight. There it is. I like that angle. I like that shot. Oh, that's great. This is great. You can see everything. Yeah. Good enough, huh? Little power cord. All right, here we go. The IBM 5155. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I don't know what's gonna happen. We could have fireworks. Maybe I should grab the fire extinguisher. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay. No news is good news. We got the RAM check going. We do have an external RAM card, but it's not installed right now. Okay. I think that's a good thing. Super Pack. I don't know what Super Pack is. Oh, here's that card. It doesn't have any branding on it or name of anything. Alright, this is fine. We booted into DOS on the A drive here. So in theory, should I just be able to go to C? No. Yeah, there's no B drive. Yeah, it didn't boot the BIOS, did it? Let's see, let's try again. The other nice thing about having the RAM card not in is that it boots faster because the RAM check takes so long. So it says D000 ROM. I don't know what that means. You won't do a RAM check on a warm boot. How do I do a warm boot? I didn't know that was a thing. I don't have... Oh. Duh. Of course it's Control-Alt-Delete. Boy, that's gonna save me a lot of time. Thank you. So yeah, I don't get a ROM flash screen. I'm not getting any LED activity or anything on the card either. Hey Sean, welcome back. All right, let's see. Where to begin? Now, I was assuming that this EEPROM should be flashed with the BIOS already. I am scrolling around some pages here. When I turn the PCL, it says, okay, this is some of the same thing, 5150. When I turn the PCL, all it says is D000 ROM, then proceeds like it's not even there. Do I have the software on a floppy? No, I don't have any XTID software on any floppies. I don't have the ability to even get them on a floppy. That was because I don't have any other computers with floppy drives, so that was the whole point of this. Try booting and holding F2. Okay. Let's try it. Oh. What is that saying? 3C301. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug the SD card thing and oh, keyboard error. Boy, it's not happy. I'm going to try unplugging this SD card thing and see if I can just get into the BIOS at all. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I see. Okay, hold F2 afterwards. All right. Let's try this first. Oh, sorry, the stream is delayed. Got it. Before it gets the BIOS, okay. Holding F2 till my finger turns blue. Oh. It made a bloop noise, but that was it. Like a high-pitched bloop. Hey, my 3D printer just shipped. Now let me just like double and triple check the settings on the board here. You know, I get the Prusa Mini Plus. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just reviewing everything here. So XTID Rev 4. Yeah, okay, so A9 and A8 are both on, and the rest are off. We're in high-speed mode. Unless you think it might have an old universal BIOS involved, and maybe I have to use compatibility mode. I don't think so, but and also I don't know what to use for this XT8 thing. I didn't actually see that anywhere. 100011, you know. All right, all those look right. I did get mine off of Tindy, and it has version 1.1.5, and it ships with the BIOS at OX3. Yeah, I did see that. So that means that I have to use so does that mean that's the IO address of the IDE interface, right? That's this A9 through A4 thing that I set to 300. All right, compatibility mode. All right, we're trying that. We're trying it. Seems like the most likely thing right now. That's a good call, thank you. Let's try it. Back in we go. Hopefully it's something stupid like that, you know? Hopefully. Let's go. Again, the card is not plugged in right here. I'm just see if I can get into the BIOS first. Moment of truth. Alright, no such luck. Yeah, I moved... That's correct. I moved both jumpers to the top position, yep. Alright, I'm looking through some other... That message says that the BIOS on the XT-ID isn't passing a checksum test. You might want to try reflashing your ROM. Let's see. I can't do that, unfortunately. A bad solder joint or bent pin on the chip could be causing bits to be picked up or dropped. Just reading here. This is from 2011. So, all right, let me pull this back out. Let me pull up the docs here. It's probably easier if I just link it. I'm juggling like 2 computers, 2 keyboards, a billion windows. Where is Twitch? So here's the -0 degrees page that I'm basing this off of, and you click on there was a good thing about the it shows you how to set the jumpers. So there's 2 things. There's the IDE functionality and the ROM functionality. A9 is 11. Yeah, that's correct. That's what I have set. You can confirm. Yeah. Now there's these ROM dip switches over here as well. And that's if you click on the, there's a diagram for the ROM functionality, which I am pasting in the chat here. Nope. That was the, I keep trying to hit the enter key on the IBM. So I have the 28C64 type ROM, 8 kilobyte. So that means I'm setting A161000, which I did. And then the BIOS ROM type, the 8K switches, I have those both on. And I have the BIOS enabled. So that all looks good. And I have compatibility mode on. Damn. It's possible that the ROM is not flashed. I mean, it's supposed to be. It's also possible that... Yeah, see... It's not actually really well seated in this connector. Look how easy it is for me to pull it off. Something's not right there. I think the ROM's not seated in there. Oh! You know, it helps if you push. Now that the ROM is actually seated in there, let's try that again. Just need a little force. All right. Is the sound of the computer coming through the mic? Because it is pretty deafening. Fingers crossed. Oh, yes! Oh, cool. All right. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Awesome. Cool. The arrow keys work. This is dope. Okay, so it says master and slave not found. I know that because it's not plugged in. Yeah, version 1.1.5. Good call. Selection timeout. So if I go ROM boot, what does that do? Oh, nothing, because there's no OS. Right. Alright. Now I'm plugging in the IDE cable. Yeah, I'm so glad you made it back for the actual exciting part. Now, I did not put an OS on the SD card because from what I've read, it's kind of complicated to make it bootable, and I wasn't feeling that confident. Alright, I found SD. Weird, it says SD to compact flash adapter. Sys done. Alright, well let's just not get ahead of ourselves here. Just bask in it for a moment. So, right now I'm just going to boot to the floppy. Oh good, boot sector found. Now I should be able to go C:, for probably the first time on this computer ever. Nope. Why? Okay, so question. I boot into A. Shouldn't my drive show up as C? The SD card? Or is it going to be B? No, it's not B. No, it doesn't show up. So you're saying I can't use it as like a... How do I... Yeah, it will be C. Oh, okay. So what are you saying I have to do? God, I would be I would be so lost without you right now. All right, fdisk. Fdisk what? C:? Yes, I'm running DOS right now on my A drive in the here. DOS disk 3.1. Just type fdisk. All right. No, I don't want to do that. Yes? Is this what I want? I don't want to format this. Okay. Oh, cool. I love how it like does some of the text lighter than the other. Like you can see it does bold by just making it brighter. Alright, choose one of the following. Display partition data. 4. Partition 1, non-DOS. Partition 2, non-DOS. Total disk space, 984 cylinders. So that's what I made on a modern computer. Yeah, it doesn't know. Doesn't know. Okay, so it's not. That's not gonna. I gotta blow them away. All right. So escape. So I guess I want to create DOS partition with number 1 here. Delete DOS partition. It won't even let me because it says it's non-DOS. Yeah. So it doesn't like what I did. I'm not surprised, honestly. I do have a PC here, a modern PC. And I have to think if I have an SD card adapter for it, a USB SD card adapter. Yeah. Okay, so you're just saying just smoke everything from the drive and then just bring it back over here and yeah, okay. So I'm gonna pop this SD card out. And while I'm away, oh, I thought I would have it on here. Well, this is complicated when I don't have when I only have one drive. I don't remember the name of this. Oh, that's corrupt. What the heck happened there? Oh no. See, this is why floppies scare me. I have a little program here I was going to run in the background while I It's weird, it's not even... Something is weird here. It's not even reading the floppy anymore. Does it think it's B? Oh, something is real screwy. Let's power cycle this before I do something I regret. Yeah. No joke, this is the only SD card adapter I have. So... Wow, something about running that basic really just hoses everything. Try running the regular basic executable. I just have some programs and stuff on the other floppy here, just some files. This is my like data floppy. This used to work. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Doesn't matter. Now it's all screwy again. Well, give me a moment to reformat this SD card. We'll go from there. Yeah, the iMac does have a slot, but it's not able to format the SD card the right way. I already tried that, and it wasn't working, so I got to go over to my Windows PC across the room here and it looks like it might be because the basic isn't working. You can fix it with XTID utility. Okay, I mean that seems plausible to me. Some memories probably being stepped on and some addresses. There it is. Yep, exactly. This is why protected memory is a thing. You need to reserve 1 kilobyte of base memory for XTID if you want to use ROM basic. Configuration program. Okay, well, that's funny then. That's just a first thing I try as an edge case. Go figure. Good to know. Good to know. Boy, so I think I might have goofed here. I don't think I have a SD card reader. Alright, thanks for hanging out. We're like 99% of the way there. I mean, the fact that I even got this thing showing up at all is awesome. So that was really my main goal for tonight. I want to see if I can get this disc reading, but if I can't, that's still a success in my book. Yeah, I mean, every computer I've had for the past like dozen years has had an SD card built in, more or less. And I mean, I used to have one. I have no way to freaking format this thing in Windows right now. And do all right. My current desktop. Oh no! You know what I do have though? Somewhere I have a USB IDE adapter. There's a Windows laptop. No, the Windows laptop only has micro SD. Which in theory I could do, I guess. Sure, you can hear I'm going through all my drawers here. All right. This bad boy. USB IDE. And is it going to provide power? Do I need 5 volts? Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. The chonkiest power supply. The noisiest, loudest, hottest, smelliest power supply possible. No, Oh yeah, this is right. Okay, this is right. 30%. That's no switching mode, I'll tell you that. So, off. I try to do all this prep beforehand. You can't account for every possibility. That's how it goes. Boy, I think it's hot. All right. IDE is out. We're going into this bad boy. I gotta take the card out again. It freaking doesn't fit. So you all can see this nonsense. What am I doing? I don't need to pull that out. Well, it's out now. All right. Thanks again for all your help, Mark. Dude, you've been an incredible resource. I could not... Seriously, I could not have done this without you. This is amazing. Thank you so much. I would be just here with my hands, my head in my hands. This is just so great. Thank you so much again for everything. Really, really, really appreciate it. And I'm just going to try a couple more things here and be done for tonight anyway. So thank you again. So awesome. And USB. I really should just be using a micro SD card or something. Create the primary partition, then you can do an extended partition that is the rest of the SD card. From then on, you can create additional partitions whenever you need more space. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep, I got it. Cool. I think micro SD is probably just going to be the way to go. Sorry folks, I know this is the most exciting thing to watch at this point, but there's a lot of shuffling around of drawers trying to find things. You want to see the disaster of an office? Who knew that this is going to be the hardest part? That's an interesting connector. Oh, look what I have. Okay. I have a way to get power to this thing so I can bring it over to the PC and... Yeah. Oh. I have a brick that just has the 5-volt Molex that I need. Sweet. Alright, going to the PC. Be right back. You missed the part where I had to drill an extra pin on a keyed... drill an extra hole in an IDE connector. That was fun. Alright, I'm back. So, I formatted it with a 16 megabyte partition, I think, with the right format. So let's try it. Here's the completed board, by the way, in case anyone missed it. Oh, it's upside down. There it is. How about shoutouts from Mark? That dude saved this whole stream. Yeah, this is literally... This is the screen. This is the back of the tube right in here. It's all cordoned off, which is good. And then, yeah, I think this is the power supply back here. Yep. And then the computer starts here. All right, one more time. So we're booting the floppy. Now we're running... Well, let's just try C:, see what happens. Nothing. All right, fdisk. Display partition data. No partitions defined. Okay, that's fine. Let's try to create a DOS partition. I think. Let's try to delete, see what it says. None, that's fine. Do I wish to use the entire fixed disk for DOS? Yes? System will now restart. I didn't get a chance to look at the activity light. Oh boy. I don't know if it liked that. Oh, we got a C prompt. We got a C prompt, people. Abort, retry, ignore. All right, that's okay. I think it's okay. We didn't get a C prompt before. Cool. Let's go back into fdisk and see what it thinks. Abort. Display partition data. Okay. It sees something. I'm gonna try to delete it and re-add it, I think. Alright, now partition is defined. Create DOS partition. Yes. Oh. Yes, he still thinks it's... I don't know. See, it says capacity like a gigabyte, but I really only want to see the 32 meg. Maybe I have to format it? Yeah, so this partition is supposed to only be like 16 megabytes. Oh, Paul, I see what you're saying. Alright, let's try that. Good call. Let's try it. Delete. Yes. Create. If I say no... Oh. Maximum allowable space is 32. Yeah, oh, maybe I have to use the format command, probably. I think I just have to format it. No, 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 don't format A. God, that'd be the worst. All data on non-removable disk drive C will be lost. Hell yeah. Format complete. Oh, okay, look at that. We got some numbers. Interesting. It's interesting, it says 32 megabytes. Even though I only gave it 16, yeah, it sure does look like. And we got a directory listing! It's awesome. This is cool. I think this is working. This is awesome. Now if I say... how do I make a bootable... This is awesome. Now he said something about the sys command. It sucks because I used to have all the like paper, the big freaking like binders full of all the documentation for all this stuff, and I just threw it out. It's just gone, man. It's too bad. It's really too bad. System transferred. Is that right? What does sysc do? I probably should have looked that up before I ran it. Of course, there's no /help on here. sys. Utility to make a volume bootable. Okay, that's what I want. Sys rewrites a volume boot code so that the code, when executed, will look for io.sys. Sys also copies the core DOS system files to the volume. So, oops. But I'm not seeing any files on here. Maybe they're hidden? Can I just create a text file in the root of C? Well, so I don't think I have like. Oh, here, I'll just do it with Basic. Oh no, but Basic doesn't work. I have to tweak something. Right. There's no like general purpose editor on here, like. But I do have WordPerfect. I just want to see if I can boot to it. Control delete, baby. Interesting. So it says boot sector found, but it doesn't. There's no operating system really on there, I guess. No, I mean, yes, Paul, there is, but not in, this is like ancient DOS. You need like to get into like DOS 6 or something to have stuff like that, I think. Thinking here. I'm putting the SD card in my Mac. Let's see if we can read it. Oh, interesting. So I'm looking at it on the Mac. And it says untitled, which is empty. But if I go to the terminal, there's untitled 1, and it has IBM.com, IBMIO.com, and IBMDOS.com, which look like binaries. I just attempted to put a file on it, so let's see. No, it doesn't see it. Echo is on. Is touch a thing? Yeah, copying files would probably be the right thing to do. I just launched Basic here and saved a thing. But I know this is gonna make things not happy, so I think I'm gonna have to reboot here. I think they might even be Xcopy on here. Do you think if I just copy the entire contents of... Oh, that's not good. Do you think if I just copy over the entire contents of DOS, it'll just boot? I don't know. Don't copy that floppy. It's amazing that any of this works at all. Like, I'm watching the read head move around on the floppy disk. It's just... Oh. Oh, interesting. So... so this is dnc.txt. This is the file I put on from from the Mac. In fact, look at the timestamp. February 2021. That's awesome. It's not Y2K compatible, I guess. It thinks it's 1921, maybe. Interesting. So when I popped the SD card out and put it back in, I guess I had to reboot the computer at that point. I don't know. The SD card reader didn't pick up the... It didn't pick up the changes, so I just had to reboot. So it didn't save my basic file, but I did get the text file on there. Awesome. Awesome. So let's try it. Copy star.star C colon. Boy, this is coming back. It's coming back to me. It's going. Oh, I love it. I love this. Are you able to read the screen there? Is it showing up okay on the stream? I like the framing before with the keyboard. Yeah. Just want to just be able to read the screen here. Shouldn't have touched it. Good enough. Okay. Alright, C colon. There's all the stuff. But like, I don't know what part of that is DOS. Like, there's nothing here that's DOS except maybe Command Com. I don't know what's like the root executable here, you know? What it's going to be looking for. No, let's try it. Yeah, no, see, didn't like it. just kicks me right back out to this menu. Dear Google, how to make a bootable copy of DOS from a floppy disk. Yeah, I'm missing something here. Of course, I'm only going to find modern solutions. Alright, now I'm searching DOS 3.1, make bootable on hard drive. Oh, I know what I missed. I missed format :/s, I think is important. I think I missed the /s option, so let's try that. Oh, /s just says copies the operating system files to the disk after formatting. Oh, so I think that's the same as doing the sys thing. And they're hidden files. Well, let's try it. I think that's the recommended way to do it. So, format :/s. Yeah, let's wipe it. Okay, and it says such and such used by system, which I think is correct. Right? That means it copied the files over. Oh, and it's got command com in there now. You can use the sys command to transfer system files to a disk only if the disk has been formatted using either... okay. Alright. So now let's do sys C:. I gotta go... System transferred. What a... What is like an overloaded thing? Yeah, see, look how long it takes to calculate the bytes free. It's funny. We might be good here. This might be it. I'm gonna reboot and let's see. No, nothing yet. What does ROM boot say? Nothing. That's just... Oh, that's the ROM on the motherboard. Oh, I didn't see the link. I'm sorry. Let me read this. C to C boots from HDD with FDD mappings. hard disk drive with floppy drive mappings. You can use the sys command to transfer files, system files, to a disk only if the disk has been formatted but does not contain files or volume label has been formatted using SB or B option. When you use the sys command, the file command.com is not transferred. But that's not true because we just saw it. It could be like, what's the /B option? Formats a disk, reserving room on the disk to later copy the DOS system files. Alright, let's try it again. Format C S. I don't know if I have disk copy on here. I'll check in a second. Alright, so now if I go to C, there is a command com file there, which is weird, but alright, fine. Okay, so disk copy is on there. I love that Control C does still work as expected. I can at least have that muscle memory. So now disk copy. I'm just gonna assume it's like this. Oh, is non-removable. Well, that's true. It is a non-removable drive, so maybe disk copy is not a thing for copying two hard drives. Over here typing CD. Is the target drive the same as the source drive? The copying will be done using... Oh yeah, so you can pop the... pop the disk out. That's funny. Formatted it. What's the /W, I think, so I can actually see stuff? Yeah, there it is. Wow. I wasn't planning on getting a bootable drive here. Okay, here we go. Oh god, wrong keyboard. Symptom. Although the normal fdisk and format slash s commands have been performed against the CF card to make it bootable, a computer will not boot. The XTID Universal BIOS recognizes the card. You discover that if the computer is booted from floppy, the CF card is accessible as C drive. These are all my symptoms. Frequency, very common. You don't say. Cause, non-standard master boot code within the master boot record of the CF card. Fix 1, use the /MBR option. Very common. Use the /MBR component of fdisk from DOS version 5 or later. I don't have that. Or wipe blank the CF card, then redo partitioning and formatting. Just not just in early versions of DOS. Using sys.com will not work because against a hard drive, sys targets a DOS partition, not the MBR. Sys targets a DOS partition, not the MBR. Using fdisk to delete and recreate partitions, which we're doing, does not touch any existing master boot code in the master boot record. This is why fdisk does not fix the subject problem. Can I just bring fdisk over? And just run it? Huh. This is a chicken and egg thing, right? I can't get DOS on here if I can't get the freaking man. Yeah, no, I understand. Get it on the Mac. Alright, Internet Archive, I guess? I'm not sure even where to find it. .22 is the one I remember as being like the last version for Microsoft to run on the 8088. Yeah, well, I'm on that side as well. I'm going 622. Let's see here. Oh, it's an upgrade. Let's see. Alright, let me just look at your link here. I'm looking for the 6.2. Boy, let me share the tab here. So I think this is what I want, but it says upgrade only, because I have a 360K floppy. I guess it doesn't matter. What am I doing? I don't care. I'm not putting it on a floppy. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Stand by. Alright, that's better. Alright, I'm gonna look at your link. No, I don't think this will work. Is this true? Oh, I see. It's just a licensing thing. Alright, whatever. Let's just download it and see what we get. Apparently I only get 25 downloads per day. Neither of these links are working. These are actual disk images, IMG files. Can Mac read them? Yeah, they sure can. Okay, here's the executables. There's fdisk.com. You know, you can just copy it over there. Alright, I copied fdisk.com over to this thing, and it's interesting, I do see the command.com on here. Boy, it's getting late here. God, it's almost been 4 hours doing this. Alright, if this doesn't work, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. But if it does work, that would be something. Oh no, I don't have the stream up. So, yeah. That's funny. I mean, that's obviously like I don't know if it's a licensing thing or like there's a technical reason that they lock it to the OS version, but yeah, I mean, the fact that it was intelligible error. So I guess the question is, can I do that fdisk/mbr thing on the Windows command line? Like if I bring this the SD card over to my Windows box and yeah, I mean I do. That was honestly the whole point of this thing, was be able to get content onto here so I can screw around with it. You know, getting a bootable OS would be nice while I still have a floppy that works. So that's definitely on the near term, but let me go try this fdisk thing on Windows. said it would work. Be right back. All right. Well, I can't even get the card to show up on the big PC now. So I'm exhausted, but this has been quite an adventure. Thanks again for hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. Definitely, I keep you guys all updated in Discord about the progress of this thing. So, thanks a lot. Have a good night, everyone, and well, I guess I'll see you Thursday. See ya.